This video is about how to modify your Elsa Maker frame to fit an mo1 PCB board from Endurance Lasers. Obviously the last video we did how to modify your frame to fit the 1.1 laser from Endurance Laser, and now we're fitting the mo1 PCB board. Obviously it comes in this white box. I've took all the wires out, which I'll show you in a minute. It does come with a bolt literally all the way through to the opposite side, which is this plate that I've already fixed and worked out for, which is this hole here. Now this hole obviously I've drilled out. I'm not going to use this hole, but I drilled it out so I could get the placement for the other two bolts. Obviously this is the inside, and if you're wondering why my motor's the opposite way around, because obviously yours would be the other way around, the cable at the bottom. I've worked this out that there's enough clearance for me to keep this cable underneath if I really wanted to, but I'm actually keeping it on top because I'm joining all my wires coming round to the top, and then I'll make a bracket fit in for the wires to go off the back all together, instead of them trying to dangle underneath where you can't see them and they can get caught. So obviously that's why this motor is the opposite way around to what you would be looking at. Now obviously this board is going to fit inside of this case. So you've got your power coming out this side, and you've got your attachments for your laser coming out this side. So it just literally clips on like that. This hole is actually for holding your board in. Now I've done this fitting this way, so if for whatever reason your board went or whatever and you needed to replace it, you haven't got to strip the whole thing apart. You can literally pop this off, unbolt your board, which will be bolted inside here in a second, swap it out, get your new one, push it on, clip it down, away you go again. Just saves a lot of hassle of trying to undo everything, and it saves a lot of time. Obviously it takes you seconds rather than 20 minutes. Now this is the board. Let me just disconnect it from another section so I can show you easier. Right, this is the board. Obviously you got your wires leading out. So your red wire, if anybody's actually wondering, your red wire goes to your yellow wire on your Elsa Maker, and the black wire goes to the black wire. So on your Elsa Maker, off your board, you have three cables. You have your yellow, red and black. Your yellow is to the red, your black is to the black, and your red from the Elsa Maker up is now non-existent. You don't actually need it, because you're now powering directly into the laser that way, and your power comes directly from the mains the other way. So obviously you don't actually need the red cable from your Elsa Maker. Let me just show you a quick cable. So that would be from your Elsa Maker frame board. So you've got your red, black and yellow. So obviously all I've done is I've added this insulation stuff just so if it gets caught it doesn't burn. I've cut the red wire off. I still have it at this end, but I've cut it off this end, and I've just literally folded it back, cut the end off so there's no bare cable, and then taped it across. So it's still there, and it's just I don't need it. So obviously red to yellow, black to black, and obviously just plug it in normally. Now when you take this apart, because obviously we'll have to take it apart to do this modification that I've done. Just be dead careful of the circuit board. So that is how it goes in. So I'll just show you from another angle. There you go. So obviously your bolt goes through the hole, which is there, and this would actually come out the other side of here, but because we've got this plate attached to here, there was a bolt on the back end of it, which now we don't need. There's another bolt on the inside of this, so when you're undoing it, it won't pull out because you need to unthreading it, because there's actually a bolt holding this circuit board down. So obviously let me just quickly put this back together. How it would be is if it was original and not touched. So just screw this all the way down. Always have everything unplugged when doing things like this. Otherwise, because you may end up blowing something or may end up shocking yourself. That's never a fun experience. Right, that ball's locked into place. So obviously we've got the 2 cables. So we want that one there. That one to fit into there. One there and one there. So that's our parts in. And obviously remember where your hole is that I said that we're not going to use. Well, this is what this is for. Obviously line it up over, and then it's literally, make sure your wires are sorted out, and then push down and away you go. And then obviously put everything back together, wire it all up. Dead easy, dead simple, dead fast. Any other questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try and answer them. If you message them, you should be able to order these boards as well. This is only for the endurance laser because this is the only one I have. Yet again, obviously I'll put a link at the bottom of the video in the description for $50 off from endurance lasers on the laser orders. You can only do this through the link on the bottom of the video as well. So let's on to the next video anyway, and we'll see what else we can come up with. Like I said, obviously with this, the only reason I've done this is because yours will be facing down, but there's enough clearance for you to actually do this mod even with your motor the other way around. I've only done this because obviously my cables I'm going to run up and then off back. As you get used to your laser every so often, you'll notice, oh, these cables keep getting caught, I wish there was the other way. You can just do this, it is dead easy. It's just simply 4 screws, turn it around, screw it back on, plug it back in, and away you go. But I'm going to do another video on why I have this way and what I'm going to use to run the cables off to the back. Obviously you can do it different ways for different types of setups depending on how you want to do it.